Hey everyone, today I wanted to make a video about the newest post by Stairway Games talking about frequently asked questions and the roadmap right before the early access. So this post actually came out, I think the day that I posted my video about the most important info that you need to know about the early access before you get into it. And some of these questions are also answered here. They're more detailed here, especially with like the pricing. I wasn't 100% sure on the pricing on the other video, but now they like confirm it and they go a little bit more detail into some other stuff and they finish it off with the roadmap. I wanted to quickly go over the frequently asked questions because I think a lot of you probably know this stuff. My previous video kind of answered some of this stuff as well, but I think it does have some really important information that we need to know. So Coral Island releases on October 11th, 11 a.m. EST into early access on Steam and game preview on Windows 10 and PC Game Pass. I don't know if game preview means it's going to be like some sort of demo that you can use, like that you can play with on Windows 10, or if it's like the same thing as PC Game Pass, but I don't really know what that means. But basically Steam and PC Game Pass. If you're a Mac user, it looks like you're probably not going to be able to play it. I'm not 100% sure. I'll actually check that. If you're a Mac user, if you can play this game. The game will cost $25. Previously, I thought it was around $20 after looking into it a little bit. So it is going to be $25 or $24.99 USD. And something that it looks like they changed this from my previous video because an actual developer on the Steam page posted the price will be increasing incrementally through like big updates during the early access. Or maybe they didn't mean the early access, maybe they meant after the launch, like that would be the big update. But they did state that it would increase in price, but it looks like now they're making it $25 the whole way through. So you don't really have to worry about buying the game right away if you don't have the money for it. So that's kind of a good thing. And probably when the game releases, they'll increase it maybe to $40 to $50. That makes a little bit more sense to me. And just make sure to keep out for those emails to make sure that when they do send out the keys that you do get one, especially if you backed on a backer kit or Kickstarter. It is going to be available for everyone on October 11th, so you'll be able to just go to the Steam page or go to PC Game Pass and just download it straight up. But if you did pre-order or back the game, you are going to be in good hands. They will be sending out emails a few days, actually a day before, basically before the early access actually releases, which is good news or it looks like it's going to be like a few hours, maybe 5 to 6 hours before the NDA lifts, so you'll be able to get a jump start on other people. Then they talk about the streaming embargo, when it starts, how to redeem the key. I'll post all that, and I'll post the actual post in the description. So if you want to read upon it, and it gives you instructions on how to download the game, about the streaming embargo. And they basically said the early access could be, they're looking to a year, possibly more. It would depend on how happy the players are and the developers on how the game is running, how much content there is. So if a year out from now it's just missing a little something, they might extend it a few months just to make it more perfect for the full release. And actually in my previous video that I did, and I'll post that in the description as well, I did talk about some features, and it looks like they put some of those features in this post, so I won't really dive too much into it. But they did say everything is still a work in progress. They are open to basically changing anything and everything that the users and the players want to get changed. There's also a question that said, how do you know you're done with the early access? Because the story is only going to take you so far. So how do you know when you're done? They said after advancing through 4 playable seasons, spring, summer, fall, and winter, players can continue to farm and enjoy other activities, including ranching, diving, fishing, and bug catching. The story is still in active development, so you'll need to wait until a future update to continue experiencing the full storyline. So I think that basically means that you'll still be able to do everything in the game that you originally will be able to do, but there's going to be a point when the quests stop coming. When that point comes, you're done with the early access, and you're going to have to wait till the next big update or the next, medium-sized update to get some more quests, get a little bit more story in there. So this is really interesting actually. So they said, will save files carry over with each new update, like during the early access? And they said their goal is to maintain your save files as we update the game. However, some updates may fundamentally change the game. Interesting what they mean by that. Like, it would have to change basically something like adding the Mirfolk Kingdom or changing something on the island, but they said when this happens, all progression data will be reset. You know, for the people that don't want that to happen, maybe wait for the full release. And then, but they did say that except for gold, inventory, farm layout, interior, and mastery, those would stay the same. Your save file, I guess, would be lost. I don't know how that would work. You would have to basically restart the game, but you would have everything that you had in the previous file. I wish they would clarify that a little bit more. If you see any bugs during the game, go ahead and go into the Stairway Games Discord. That's where you're going to be able to find other people's bugs that, you know, they posted, and maybe it's similar to yours, so you can kind of talk about that. Or you can just post your own and hopefully they get back as quickly as possible with those. And in terms of the localization, if you speak English, Chinese, Japanese, German, French, and Spanish, that's good news because they support all those languages right now. I think they're going to support even more. They're definitely going to support many more languages, but those are the current ones for the early access. And I'll also show you the PC requirements for Coral Island. You don't need a super powerful PC to be able to play this game, but you do need, I don't think you'll be able to play like on a Chromebook or like a super old laptop, but I think it's worth trying. You probably need a graphics card or integrated graphics card with your CPU to be able to play the game. But I think it's worth a try, especially if you do like the PC Game Pass for $1. You can just try it out and see if it actually works. But if you don't have a good PC or a good laptop, you might just want to wait till the consoles come out, if you do have a console, and play it on there. Something interesting that they said is that the multiplayer is probably not going to be supported on the early access. It's going to be supported on post 1.0 update, which is the full release, and that's going to include both island visits and co-op multiplayer. I thought it was actually going to be during the early access. That's kind of surprising that it isn't, but that is good to know for anybody that thought they could play with their friends. Maybe they'll change their mind. I could see them changing their mind maybe 6 months into development. Maybe they want to just try out the multiplayer for a little bit, or for the time being. I think that could be a good idea just to test out the servers. For now, I think you can just expect during the 1.0 update. Another interesting thing that I thought was going to work during the early access is controller support, and they said they're actually working on true controller support and aim to include in one of the earlier updates. It's kind of surprising that they couldn't figure out the controllers, like how to support controllers on the game. It seems like a type of game that would be perfect for controllers, but unfortunately you're gonna have to do with keyboard and mouse, or maybe some people will be able to find a way to use a controller through other methods and just like key bind different stuff to the controller. So if you want to keep up with these early access development updates, you want to go on the Discord because they do post it there all the time. I mean, they also do update it on Twitter occasionally and for like the big ones, but the developer diaries, they post literally every single thing through the development process. Perfect thing if you want to like really dive in and just get every little thing out of the way there. All right, everyone, that's it for the FAQ part. I'm gonna do another video tomorrow talking about the actual roadmap. I didn't realize how long the questions would take, so I thought it would be a little bit quicker and I could spend a little bit more time on the roadmap. But since I do actually want to spend time on the roadmap, I'm going to do another video tomorrow, and that's going to be my last video before the early access releases, and then I'll actually be able to get some gameplay out to everybody and just get my first impressions, do more videos, but we'll see how that goes. Just expect one more video tomorrow, and then after that, so it's gonna be like 3 back-to-back videos. I don't know how frequently I'll upload in the coming months. The goal is 2 videos a week. It could be more than that sometimes 3, sometimes 4, but I think 2 at the minimum on Wednesdays and Sundays is my goal right now. Things might change to different days, but 2, I think you can expect two videos a week from me. So let me know what you think about this developer update, if you're going to be playing the early access. And if you're excited, because I'm super excited, I can't wait to actually get my hands on the game. Watch out for the roadmap video and then my first impressions video. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.